Hey guys, I'm Alan and you're watching the Fireman Rides. And then the V4 blasting down Spencer Mountain. All right guys, so I'm back here with my son Sully. Sully, what's your handle? The
rocket surgeon.
The rocket surgeon. It's not rocket surgery, but if it was,
I'm the rocket surgeon.
He's the rocket surgeon. And so we're back with the 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 and the 2026 CF Moto Ibex 450. And what we're doing today is we're back out here in Uwharrie. This is the El Dorado outpost right over here behind us. And we're doing the Uwharrie 100, which is a 100-mile loop that goes all the way around. And it's all forestry roads, back roads, stuff like that. So we figured this would be a good kind of all-round, wouldn't you say, Sully?
Yeah.
Kind of a good all-round to see how the bikes do. Now, Sully has not ridden either one of these. I mean, literally, like besides for taking it down the road. So these will really be his first impressions of riding both bikes. Initially, he seems to like the Himalayan because it kind of has less stuff, in front of it.
That one's built more big adventure.
It is
built more as like
this is this is curry and rice, and this is some mushu gapan,
and that's channel strike.
Well, it's Chinese and Indian. I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, right? Looks like a duck and quacks. It's a damn duck. So, like I said, we're going to go ride today and just kind of get our first impressions. Like I said, a little bit of dirt roads, a little bit of back roads, a little bit of, a little bit of highway. So, kind of see how Sully feels. Really not a full-on comparison, but we will kind of compare them. And I want to get his impressions to see what he thinks about the bike. So, if you see anything that you like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ride.
All right.
All right. Woo. All right, Sully. So, like I said, you're going to start off. You got your turn signal on. Sully's going to start off on the Royal Enfield 450. Bryce is on his CRF 450L. Rich is back here. Oh, look at that. There's Rich. KLX 300, and I'm on the Ibex 450. So, Sully, like I said, I need you to kind of give me your impressions as we ride, and then we'll swap off. All right, let's ride. Besides for the first ride on the Tail of the Dragon, this is really my first, kind of, good ride on this Ibex 450. We've taken it on the trails and a couple times, and we've crashed it a couple times, and but this is kind of really the first kind of multi-purpose, ride to have some trails, to have some road, and some different riding, styles in there. So. And really kind of the same thing with the Himalayan too. So this is going to be kind of a good first test for both bikes. Sully, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it is.
So I think as far as, in my initial impression after riding both bikes, I think for this right here, back roads, curvy back roads, stuff like this, I think the Ibex is your best choice. But now once we get off-road and kind of get onto the gravel and stuff like that, that's where I think the Himalayan's really going to shine. But man, I tell you, this 270-degree crank parallel twin, a sneaky curve. That's a sneaky curve there. This 270-degree crank parallel twin is really a peach of an engine.
I feel like the torque out of the turns of this.
What's that?
Feeling out of those curves, this one, it feels good. It feels really good.
For the two bikes to be so similar, they really are different. This is a mini Tenere, whereas that one, and we're in the gravel now here. So, but again, now these tires, both of these different sets of tires should do really, really well in these conditions right here. Kind of hard packed gravel road, not a ton of loose gravel on this section here. So they should do just fine.
Should, yeah.
Now mud's a different story. They both sucked in the mud. So again, we're out here in the beautiful Uwharrie National Forest. It's today's December 26th. This is the day after Christmas. And it's, I don't know, so what's your temperature gauge say? It's something you got something that I don't. 57 degrees. So a nice, it's overcast. So if it was 57 and sunny, it'd be gorgeous. But 57 and overcast, yeah, it tends to be a little cool, especially back here in the woods. Forgot we're still in break-in mode, or whatever that means. might have an issue with this washboard right up here. I said you might have an issue with the washboard right up here.
It's having a stroke.
Yeah.
Why does it do that?
Because it's traction control, it's losing connection. It's like, he's having a problem, So it's trying to help you, but it's actually hurting you. That's what I'm saying with the Stelvio. I couldn't ride it. There's this one little hill that goes down to the Baden Lake, and I literally couldn't. A bunch of washboard right here. I literally could not ride it. It was that bad. Cars hitting the road, and it just kind of makes little ripples in it, and then each one makes it worse, and each one makes it worse and worse and worse. That's why they drag them to smooth them out. All right, Bear, so after, 20 minutes of riding the Himalayan, what's your initial thoughts on it?
I'm liking it. It sucks on gravel. Or washboards, I guess.
I still think we can turn that completely off. We got to get that menu and try to figure out how. But
It might have been that. I haven't had that yet. Again.
Okay, so maybe turning off the rear ABS. That might have done it. Okay. Now again, it's one of those, just like on the Ibex, and just about every other bike. As soon as you key the switch off, you've got to go through and do it again. So power-wise, how does the power feel on it?
It actually feels pretty good. I mean, it doesn't feel like snappy like how the what was the other one have? The 300L feels. But it doesn't feel like
smooth throttle.
And it doesn't have that weird power strike at like 6,000 RPM.
Gotcha.
I haven't hit 6,000 yet.
Well, again, we're on forestry roads, and they're 25-mile-an-hour roads. We're doing 30 miles an hour, so odds are you're not going to hit.
And right now we are not breaking the speed limit. Is that correct?
Oh, that is 100. That is correct. Actually, guys, I'm going 25 right now. That is 100% correct.
Not breaking the speed limit.
So again, this is just kind of a little bit of a change in our riding, just something a little different, with Innery still being kind of muddy, and actually, I think next weekend's really the last weekend of riding Innery. So we're hoping next weekend we can get out there and actually go ride again. This way, that way, this way. Oh, no. So I do love the smoothness and kind of the chuggability of this twin, this 270-degree crank parallel twin.
Is it just one?
Yeah, that's a single. Yep. Okay. So we got the same displacement, but I've got 2 cylinders and you got 1.
I thought the Ibex was a 650.
No, that's a 450.
Okay, I thought it was 650. My bad.
How does it feel standing up? Try that.
I don't like where the handlebars are. They don't feel very good, but I mean the suspension, it's actually I like the suspension.
That was I was really impressed with the suspension on the Hemi, on road and off road. It actually I think it's a better suspension than what comes on this bike here. This bike comes real stiff, whereas that one's it's real soft and kind of compliant, and the whole character. Actually, I even said that in the Blue Ridge Parkway ride, is that the whole character of that bike is just a more relaxed everything.
That one's designed for that.
Yeah.
For like off-roading and everything. This one's just like, hey, let's just go do something.
This engine's a lot snappier. It sounds a lot snappier. The suspension's a lot stiffer. And it's just a more, kind of a more, not committed, but just a little bit more, hard, not hardcore, but a little bit more hardcore than what the Himalayan is. The Himalayan's just,
This one feels more nimble.
The Hemi's just laid back. the engine, it revs up nice and slow, and the suspension's nice and soft, and it's just everything about it. But it's soft, but it's very compliant. Would you agree with that?
I would strongly agree with that.
So we're going to stop up here again. You and I are going to swap off bikes. Now you got some more washboard here. So let's see, how does it react to that?
It did
Good.
better.
Okay. But like I said, we doing a direct, and really we'll wait until we change trade off bikes. Before we really kind of give a good back-to-back comparison, because that'll give you a chance to ride both bikes in kind of similar scenarios. On this kind of forestry road stuff, but then also some back roads and everything else. So
no, these forestry roads are in better condition than the Smoky Mountain.
Oh, 100%. No, these are very well maintained roads, and these roads get used a bunch. Yeah. So
those don't get used at all.
How does the seating position? How does it feel?
Feels pretty good. I'm sitting a little farther forward, so not very comfortable. But if I wanted to, and I wasn't trying to not crash, I could probably make it a lot more comfortable. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, check out this guy's little setup here. Is that a smokehouse?
Oh, wow.
Is that a smokehouse out there?
Yes,
Hot dog, look at that. Hey, buddies.
Goats. I love goats. Baby goat. Oh my, that's a dog. That's a Jack Russell.
Was it really?
Start there with goats. Oh wait, you aren't a goat. Those are goats. How cute. It's a family reunion.
So the Ibex, I mean, you got to keep in mind, both of these bikes only have, they're only putting down, 35, 36, maybe 40 horsepower to the wheels. Both bikes mechanically are 100% stock, no aftermarket fuelers or exhaust or anything. So, you don't get the kind of crack the throttle open in second or third gear and get that rear end kind of breaking loose, especially not with a good, we got the Motage Rouse on this one here. So
I have already gotten them back in spin a little bit.
But you got to be, that's what I'm saying, you got to be really deliberate. I mean, you don't have that much horsepower,
It's not like the 300 where it's like you touch throttle.
But the 300 also weighs, it weighs a good bit less. Significantly less, yeah.
All right, here's the little launch pad. Actually, it didn't do as bad as I thought it would.
There's a cool little view of the lake right over here, or the river right over here. Little picnic area.
That's pretty. Low. Very low.
Sorry, so we're going to be on some roads now for a little bit, so we kind of see how the bike feels on some back roads, yeah? All right. No, you're fine, you're fine.
I'm walking, I'm fine. My hands are cold. I started off in second gear and stalled it.
Boo.
So.
Very good.
Let me get first.
You want to go? Nope. That's terrible. That's terrible. Well, that wasn't even close. He said, bye-bye. All right, Bear, so now that we're doing some highway speeds, doing 45, 50 miles an hour, tell me what you feel on the Himalayan.
This is nice. I mean, like, it's not.
Well, I mean, tell me, you know, how does the ride feel? How does the engine characteristics, 6 gear, kind of what RPM are you turning? Just kind of run me through the whole thing. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Comparing either one of these bikes to the 390 Adventure, the 2022, is not even fair. It's really not even fair. You know, that was a good bike, but compared to not being compared to these, once you put that bike up against either one of these two right here, it's obvious how maybe not outdated, but how poorly designed that model was. Now, the new 390, no, completely different story. It's still, you know, based off of a street bike, whereas both of these bikes are purpose-built to be adventure bikes. But again, I think we turn right here, or no, a little that next one up. No, that's that's somebody's yard, so not there. That's so weird.
Netflix.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna do like a circle around all four of us.
Should I come around? Oh, just stay there. So this thing's gonna fall into me.
No, it won't. It's fine.
How cool was that?
That was awesome.
All right, so you lead the way. Follow. You got the GPS?
Keep going on this road.
Yeah, follow.
I will lead to the end of this road.
All right. I want you to get some impressions on that bike. Just go. All right, so now Sully is on the Ibex. Sully, talk to me about the Ibex.
It feels really squirrely here.
Well, we're also on dirt. All right, okay, so you've been riding the same bike. Now, is that a tire thing or is that the bike thing?
It's a bike thing.
So, because I feel the exact opposite. I feel that this one's a little squirrelier than what the Ibex was on these same roads with a little bit of loose.
Squirrely.
Okay.
I'm having trouble controlling this thing. Like, very much trouble controlling this.
Dude, I was doing extra legal speeds on that, and it was no problem. Now, again, there's a little bit more loose dirt, loose gravel here than we have been riding. So, again, for me sitting on the Ibex or the Himalayan now, the Himalayan definitely feels more like a dirt bike. I mean, like I said, because you don't have a fairing in front of you, you don't have anything. You know, all you have is these engine guard or these tank guards in front of you, and really nothing to kind of give you any. Well, so this is loose gravel, so slow down. It's loose gravel, so slow down. This is the loosest gravel we've had yet today. So like I said, you don't have any structure to give you context on this one here, whereas that one you got that whole fairing up front to kind of give you that maybe a sense of security is the right word.
It's perfect.
Well, I mean, now at the same time, I'm on the same loose stuff, and I'm kind of skating across it too, because it's loose gravel that's just kind of rolling underneath your feet. Whereas we haven't really been on loose gravel up to this point. Now, Barry, it's going to take us out to there's a paved road somewhere up here, and then we're going to hit. There's this cotton field that's just, I mean, gorgeous, unless they've already harvested it, which they might have. Now, how does that feel compared to here? I'm going to come up beside you. Now again, this is a lot looser. This is a lot looser than what we have been on. So how does this feel compared to what you've been on?
Loose, very extremely loose.
Now,
uncontrollable even.
No, loosen your grip up because you don't want to have too tight of a grip.
I'm barely touching the bars.
A nice loose grip because the front end's going to move. It's going to move around. Okay, so you got to just expect that. So now I'm riding pulling up the rear of the pack here. Like I said, the Himalayan, and I kind of expected that, especially with these Shinko 804 or 805s, is that anything that's not soupy mud, they're fine. They're great tires. It's just you don't have that. You get that lateral drift with these because they don't have any. The blocks are just wide open on those one section. So. Yeah, just everything about this Himalayan just feels more relaxed, you know.
Yes.
And now probably also part of what you're feeling is the stiffer suspension on the Ibex versus the Himalayan. Your suspension is a lot stiffer. Yeah, I know. I see that, Rich. He's pointing to those trails over there. Your suspension's a lot stiffer on the Ibex than it is on the Himalayan, which kind of contributes to it feeling a little, you know, maybe.
It's also the gearing on this thing too.
Yeah.
Like if I let the throttle at all, like shunts forward. That one I can let off and it like coasts a little bit.
Well, yeah. So that's a lot tighter of gearing, a lot tighter of fueling too. The Himalayan is just a lot more relaxed in basically all scenarios. Does that handlebar feel crooked to you too?
Yeah.
That bike had 52 miles on it and I bent the handlebars.
You doing what it's supposed to do?
Now,
you don't have these just sit around.
the crash guards, the crash guards did their job, and so did the T-Rex hand guards. But the handlebar that it's attached to didn't really do that well.
No, the stock hand guards on this, like, were trash.
Oh, no, they broke in the backyard and soft grass. Yeah, they suck. They suck butt.
Oh, this is much better.
No, see, this is you're right. This thing does dance around. It dances around a lot more. It dances around a lot more than what the Himalayan does. You are 100% correct on that. Look at this view, though.
I see dust. Dust, and more dust. I already harvested, but still.
Isn't this gorgeous, though? All right, now, do you feel the same fidgetiness on that now than you do on the Ibex? So the Ibex feels a lot more, the Himalayan feels a lot more stable. Again, the suspension's a lot softer, so I think your suspension's absorbing a lot more.
My suspension on this one is
absorbing a lot more of the bumps, which is not transmitting back through to you as the rider as being sketchy. Would you agree with that?
I would 100%.
Good. I do want you to ride it on road, though. And it is. The suspension is definitely a lot stiffer on this one. You back there? Are you good?
Yep. Again, just stand back a little bit because of the dust.
That is a cute little house. And you're right. The throttle's definitely a lot snappier on the Ibex as well. The Hemi's just real relaxed. Again, everything about that bike is a lot more relaxed than this bike. It revs softer, the suspension's softer, the power delivery's softer, the seat's softer.
That one's built more as an adventure bike. You can say it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
This one's built more as an all around.
Yours or mine?
Yours. Mine's built as an all-around. Yours is built more. Donkey! Hello, Mr. Donkey. He did not look very friendly. Yeah, did you hear me? That donkey
Yeah, I
did
heard
not look very friendly.
He had a mean disposition.
He was like bouncing up and down and like.
I'm a donkey! Look at me, I'm a donkey!
Like running towards us. I'm not sure if he was like excited or he was like about to go coyote mode, but. It's still one of the funnier things I've seen.
Watching a donkey sling a coyote.
Sling that thing out of a fence. The donkey with the bad disposition. This is one of the times I'm happy I have the ability to blink.
There are some cute houses back here, though. Holy moly. We hit pavement right up here. I said we hit pavement right up here.
Oh, I see it. That's random.
I think it's just a small stretch of it, though. It's kind of weird. All right, so with you being able to ride, all right, car coming. To the right, to the right. All right, with you being able to ride both bikes now, is it safe to say that you prefer the Hemi at this point?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely thought I was going to be leaning more towards Ibex.
Well, once we hit some highway, then I want you to to ride the Ibex, because, like I said, I think that's really where the Ibex shines. The stiffer suspension really stands out there. But again, it's one of those, you got to be comfortable with it. So
yeah, it should be fine. 3.
And what RPM are you turning right now?
About
Okay, all right. So
3500.
I'm a little bit higher. I'm about 38, 3900. So 30 miles an hour on these bikes on these roads is between 25 and 30. It's real comfortable. You agree?
It just feels really good. It doesn't feel like I'm like pushing hard. It doesn't feel like I'm trying to impress anybody. I'm just riding.
Just riding your ride. Now, how do you feel about if you had that bike on the Smoky Mountain 500?
I don't really know. Like I think the bikes we did it on would do it better. I think it'd be fun, yeah, but I feel like the trail aspect of it would not do nearly as well.
So the Hemi versus the old KTM? Really?
Yeah.
Now what brings you to say that? I said, why would you say that?
Because this one just doesn't feel as nimble as that
Okay,
one.
all right. No, that's fair, and that's probably honestly pretty accurate too.
It's not as nimble.
Now, is part of it with you that you like the naked feel of it, or was it just the sketchiness of it? It felt sketchier.
It's sketchiness, and I like how small this one feels.
And it's not any. That's the thing, is that it's not any smaller. It does feel smaller. It feels like you sit.
That one, I feel like my legs are being like spread all the way. That sounds wow. That sounds
No.
awful.
Yeah. I got you.
It feels like a GS.
It does. It's got that big GS tank feel up front, and it does kind of split your legs out, and it feels a lot bigger, right? Would you agree with that? And you're right, 100% it does. And it does feel like a little baby GS or a baby Tenere or something like that. So I 100% agree with that. So like I said, actually the Hemi weighs more than what the Ibex does. It just doesn't feel that way. There's a cool little bridge up here that we're going to hit. Left. Not this one. Oh, you want to go? The stupid mirror. I can't get this. You want to take a little break?
I feel fine, man.
That thing sounded pretty good.
All right, so it's pretty obvious that the 450 is the daddy to the Ibex, but the Ibex has got the 300.
It's got 150 more cc's than that.
But it's a lot bigger too. Look, I mean the bike. No, it don't. This bike weighs 430. His weighs 300 pounds.
I watched that though. The 300 kind of had to jump.
Watch out for my drone friend. Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop pushing my drone. We'll go like 3 or 4 minutes with that.
Yeah, so I think that's all you have left on that battery anyway.
Yeah.
I'll let you lead. All right, you go ahead a little bit.
No, come here beside me.
The drone's gonna get confused.
No, it won't even see you. Just come beside me. Come on beside me.
I'm right next to you.
Come beside me.
I'm right next to you.
Why not?
Well, I need to have room in case there's a car.
Car smart. Oh, no, lose the drink. Nope. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Oh, he's still there.
I can't believe I'm racing a drone right now.
That's so cool.
Oh, why are you stopping?
Because the drone was slowing down.
Because you slowed down. It's a cause and effect thing. You still see it?
No.
It stopped.
It did stop. Hey, little buddy.
He's like, ah, daddy. All right.
What's that?
All right, there's a road. Daddy there?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a little loose right here.
Oh, I see that.
Like I said, the bike's gonna jump around. Just let it move.
This ain't loose at all.
It does feel cooler though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's cooled off.
What's your temperature say?
59. Weirdly enough.
All right, so this is a nice curvy road, nice curvy paved road. So let's see how both bikes feel with the curves and some speed. Okay.
This is so nice. The dust isn't flying in my face. It's going away from me.
Sorry guys, I missed you. This ride on the Uwharrie 100 was our first real chance to spend extended time on both these bikes, the Ibex 450 and the Himalayan 450, and actually compare them in the kind of riding they're meant for. This wasn't a spec sheet comparison. It was just two bikes, one route, and a lot of miles. For me, the Ibex stood out immediately. The wind protection made longer stretches more comfortable, especially when the pace picked up. The engine felt stronger and more responsive with a power delivery that was just smooth, but still had some urgency when I wanted it. I also really liked the seating position. It just felt natural, like the bike was built to cover distance without wearing you down. Sully's experience was a bit different. He gravitated towards the Himalayan almost right away. He liked the lack of a fairing, said it made the bike feel more open and connected to the ride. The power delivery was smooth, even a little lazy, but predictable, which gave him confidence. And even though the bikes are close in size on paper, the Himalayan felt smaller to him, lighter, simpler, and easier to manage. But honestly, the bikes were only part of it. Spending that time together, riding, stopping, talking about how each bike felt, that was the real highlight. Out there, it wasn't about work or schedules or anything else. It was just a father and son sharing miles, learning each other's riding styles, and enjoying the time we don't always slow down enough to make. What really stood out on this ride wasn't which bike was better, but how clearly each one fit a different rider. And that's what made this ride special. Not picking a winner, but sharing the experience mile after mile together. All right, guys, so we're back, wrapped up a day of riding. We didn't quite get the whole Uwharrie 100 in, which is kind of a theme for us, this particular group of riders. We tend to do that. But like I said, we got a good bit of it in. It was kind of chilly, and so we got to get Sully back for some to go to work. So, so Sully, let's talk about the bikes. You really kind of gravitated to the Hemi, would you say?
Yeah, actually, I did not expect to do that. I expected to gravitate way more towards the Ibex.
I did too.
I found out the Hemi was way better on the gravel roads than the Ibex.
So the Hemi is just softer than the Ibex at just about everything. The suspension's softer, the power delivery softer, just everything about the bike is just softer, and that just kind of spoke to him. And on these gravel roads that we were on, kind of loose gravel, we had good. These tires actually did really good on those roads, but the stiff suspension of the Ibex really kind of transmitted that back into the rider, and there was a lot more kind of jittery riding. Whereas the suspension on this Himalayan here kind of soaked it up and just really was a nice mellow ride. Would you agree with that?
I would definitely agree with that.
So you really like the Himalayan. Anything you didn't like about the Himalayan?
There wasn't enough wind protection.
No wind protection.
Like
That's fair.
Now-
It was a chilly day. It was a really chilly day.
I got super cold.
Whereas me on the Ibex, I was screw you. I had great wind protection. So yeah, all right. So you're okay on the. Let's talk about your time on the Ibex. Your little bit of time on the Ibex. What did you
Didn't
think?
like it.
Didn't like it at all. Tell me about it.
None.
What did you like about it? Maybe let's
I
go
didn't
there.
like anything about it.
Didn't like anything about it.
I literally
Well,
nothing about it.
screw you.
That is the most like uncontrollable bike on those roads.
Okay, that is a
compared to
bit
this.
dramatic.
Compared to this, that's the most uncontrollable thing.
So I love the power delivery. It's again, it's just everything's just a little bit sharper. You know what I mean? The suspension sharper.
But that's what I didn't like about it. That's why I gravitated.
And that's okay. And that's okay. You're a more kind of sedate rider, just kind of laid back, slow ride, take it easy. You know, a little bit of smoking weed in the parking lot kind of guy.
Blasting Tom Petty
Blasting Tom Petty.
minivan.
So all right. So you really like the Himalayan, right? I like the sharpness. I like the sharpness of the Ibex. I really enjoyed the wind protection today because I was nice and warm and toasty, and the other three were freezing their asses off. So again, like I said, this wasn't a full comparison. We're still gonna have that coming. We're still kind of getting used to the bikes. This was
I remember riding it. Yeah.
This is the first time riding both of them, and this is the most miles that I've ridden on it. I mean, we still don't have a lot of miles on the odometer. So, like I said, we're getting closer to being able to do a full review of the bike. So, again, you're really in love with the Himalayan, right? And I love the Ibex, so it works out great. So
Good. Yeah. Hey, good for you.
good for you. So if you see anything that you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Roll Tide. And Sully, anything else?
Tomorrow needs you.
Tomorrow needs you. See you guys.
Bye.
Butter chicken.